Namaste, it's Renee, and welcome to my podcast, Peace, Love, Abundance. Before we get too far into this, first of all, I have a confession to make. It has been several weeks since my last podcast recording, and much like going to confession, I feel like I owe you all an apology, or at least an explanation. I have been in the middle of a big move. Not that moving is easy for anybody, but I have just spent 3 weeks trying to get from Colorado to Maui and even get settled. It was quite the experience to pull off and very humbling to say. And through it all, realized just how vulnerable we can all be. Prior to leaving, I was a big advocate of reminding people to follow their dreams and accomplish their goals and not to give up. And I was accomplishing my dreams and goals by moving to Maui. And I did talk about that accomplishing dreams and goals can be a lot of work, even some sweat and tears. And boy, did I really mean it, but on the other hand, not even realize just how much it was going to impact me and leave me feeling so vulnerable. The whole experience, you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything because I am here. I'm in Maui. I am going to live out my dreams and my goals. But I do want to say, yeah, it's hard work. And I get that. I get why sometimes we don't follow our dreams and goals because the unknown is kind of scary. And then also, if you ever have followed your heart and accomplished something, you know how much work it takes. And then afterwards, you're kind of like, it'll be a while before I do that again. You have a sense of accomplishment when it's done, but in that raw moment when you're feeling vulnerable and you're tired and you want to throw up the surrender flag and give up, at that point is when in your mind you start to think, all right, yes, I am doing this. I'm going to finish what I started, but it's going to be a while before I do something like this again because it is a lot of work. And I get that. So then, though, we'll stay in one place for a while and get stuck because the experience of accomplishing something can be so draining that you just can't imagine going through it again. So I'm here to share that vulnerability with you today, and that is truly where I'm at right now. I am tired. And there were some moments where I just wanted to throw up the surrender flag and give up. But I knew I had to keep doing this. Plus, I set a lot of things in motion to get my butt down here to Maui. You know, once you start making reservations and spending money, definitely it's hard to go back. But again, I wouldn't change this for the world. However, it's an explanation as to why we put things off and why sometimes accomplishing dreams and goals, there can be some fear behind it, some procrastination and such, because at some point in your life, you have worked so hard for something that in the end you were so tired that you don't know if you could ever do that again. Even though you accomplished it, you pulled it off, you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to be in this place for a while. But I honestly think that's okay because pulling off what I just pulled off, moving to Maui and being here and thinking, you know what, I am not going to go through that again for quite some time, but that's okay because I should enjoy my accomplishment. I should enjoy being here now. But using Maui as an example, a lot of people look at me and they're like, wow, Renee, you just moved to Maui. How bad can it be? You know, they're right. Maui is awesome. There are definitely some issues in life and in this world that are worse than moving to Maui. However, do not underestimate or discount what it takes to accomplish a goal, a dream, whatever it is. Moving to Maui, I know it sounds amazing, but it's not any easier than accomplishing any other dream or goal that you set out for or any other move out there. And then you even add going across the ocean and shipping your things that I don't even have yet. Yes, moving to Maui, I am telling you right now, it sounds like a dream and it sounds amazing, but it is work. and I had to make this happen. And even at that, now that I'm here, I have to figure out how I'm going to sustain this, how I'm going to stay here. I'm not independently wealthy or rich. I just had a will and figured out a way to get here. And to even pull this off, I had to quit my jobs to do this. And that takes courage and a lot of overcoming of fear of being able to replace that. But now that I've figured out a way to get here and I'm here, I have to make it work. So here I am in Maui and faced with a whole new journey and a new task and goal to start to sustain myself on this island and create an income that will work for me. It's a whole new journey of self-worth that I will be going through. Anyway, that might be another good podcast someday. For now, though, I really want to focus on getting over the fear and the unknown. I do want to confirm that sometimes to accomplish our dreams, you have a nightmare ahead of you. And that's quasi what I've been through, is a nightmare with putting everything together to get to Maui. It is a nightmare, but it becomes the dream eventually as well. So all those fears of the unknown or how hard it might be, I'm not going to lie to you. Those are valid, but you can't let that stop you from accomplishing what you want in life, because the reward on the other side of the nightmare could definitely be worth the nightmare. Keep going, keep trying, don't give up. You can do it too. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But there will be blood, sweat, tears, frustration, wanting to surrender, wanting to give up, and just curl into a tiny little ball and ask yourself, what the fuck is going on? And it will happen. That's the nightmare. But your dream is on the other side of that nightmare, I promise you. That is why it's very important to always remind yourself of your why. Why are you doing this? It always comes back to the why in a nice, strong, positive affirmation. You can do this. Whatever your affirmation is, you need something to affirm yourself, to keep yourself positive, to keep yourself moving, and you need to know your why. You need to know deep, deep down, why is this so important to you to accomplish it? Why did you set out to do this? And you know you can do it, so just keep your why in focus. A plan is always good, but do know there will be times of uncertainty, unknown obstacles. Most of all, it's going to take a lot of patience, time, love, self-worth, tenacity, and a lot of ambition. You must have some ambition. And there's going to be times when you wake up in the morning and you've lost that ambition and you don't even have the gumption to get out of bed. But you need to sit down, reflect, remember your why, keep a journal. A journal's a great way to thumb back a few pages to remember your why and keep you on track. On top of everything I've already spoke about, there's also another huge obstacle that sometimes gets in the way. We worry about what other people think. And it's not just negative stuff that we worry about what people think, like gaining weight and worried about what people think of you because you've gained weight and your own self-impression of yourself isn't that you're beautiful anymore. Those are definitely things that we worry about. But we also actually worry about what other people think when you actually accomplish something cool or something amazing. Because you don't want to feel like you're gloating or throwing it in people's faces. Or even in my case, bless all my friends, especially if you're listening to this right now, whenever I posted a couple times about some stress of moving to Maui, everybody said, yeah, but you're in Maui. And I do appreciate them for reminding me, yes, I'm in Maui. They're absolutely right. I'm in Maui. It's beautiful here. But don't be so quick to judge just because somebody has something you don't, that they didn't work for that, or that it wasn't hard for them to accomplish that. Always remember, if you're on the flip side of watching somebody accomplish their dreams and goals, always remember to be proud of them and continue to support them in the craziness, no matter what it is. Because the journey is just as important as the end result. So yes, the end result for me was getting to Maui, but the journey getting here was just as frustrating and tough as any other move. Trust me. And I don't mean to sound like I'm asking for your sympathy or anything like that right now. It's just I'm coming from a place of perspective right now to be able to vent this and say it out loud and find my voice, which is what's been lost the last 3-ish weeks is my voice. Through all this craziness, I feel like I lost my voice. That's one reason why it's been hard for me to record a podcast is because I lost my voice. My self-worth went down drastically. I started to worry that maybe I'm not an inspiration for people and I have nothing to say and offer and share because I am going through sheer hell right now. And I'm being vulnerable. That's what this episode is about. Me being vulnerable, honest, and raw with you all. That the last 3 weeks have been some of the hardest 3 weeks ever. But that's hard to voice because on the other end, people are thinking, well, yeah, but you moved to Maui. How bad can it be? And it can be. Trust me. Again, I am being vulnerable here with you all. It's not easy, no matter what you're going through. For the most part, I want my message today to be, yes, we are all vulnerable whenever we step into our dreams and goals and try and accomplish something amazing. And people will look at you and they will judge you and they will think that your life is easy because of your accomplishments. But quite honestly, they have no clue how hard you worked for that. And just a little bit of perspective here, keeping things in perspective. You have self-worth. We all have something to say and share and learn from. And losing your voice and feeling like you can't be yourself because of worrying about what other people think is only going to put that self-worth deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole or a place that is hard to get out of. This depression or this self-worth that I've been going through for the last 3 weeks and finding the courage to record this podcast today, I'm being very real with you, has been hard. It's been hard for me to find my voice. But I knew I needed to get back on track. I need to get back on schedule. I need a routine. I need to do what I love to find my purpose. I have to refine my purpose because I lost myself the last 3 weeks. And being vulnerable put me in that place. So as I regather, find my ambition, work up the tenacity back into me, here I am, back on the horse, doing what I love and sharing with you all the amazing things. I want to get back to that happy, shiny place, that place of peace, love, and abundance where I share from. And this is my first step to do that, to get back on track with my podcast. In my future podcasts to come, I want to talk more about even living the Hawaiian lifestyle. There's words out here like aloha and pono that mean living the bliss and the righteousness, and it is so amazing. So now that I'm here and I'm settling in, let's start to get into the juicy stuff. So stay with me and my podcast, because my future podcasts, now that I've gotten all this off my chest and I'm reconnecting with my voice, I promise you some peace, love, and abundance is on its way. But for today, I just needed to be vulnerable and real with all of you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for supporting me in my journey. And I am here for you in your journey. If you ever want to share anything with me or work with me to help you accomplish dreams and goals, because believe me, it would be nice to have an accountability buddy at any time. Someone that's unbiased and you can vent to at any time if there's something you are going through. I want to be there for you, because it is not easy all the time. The goals and the accomplishments, getting to the other side, is why we create dreams, goals. But it's the journey getting there. And sometimes to get to your dream, you got to go through a nightmare. And I am here for you. Let's do this together. Today, though, this is where I leave you. From the peace, love, and abundance in me, to the peace, love, and abundance in each of you. Namaste and aloha.